Hi, my name is Lisa, and today I wanted to talk about this Cosmic Wanderer by Terra Cosmetics. This palette really intrigued me because the colors were so unique for a palette and vibrant, and I put pictures of this palette next to a lot of Lilly Pulitzer prints for the fall winter collection before buying this, and found that these go with many of the patterns and collections that were coming out for the winter fall. And when I went back into time, I noticed that it also went very well with other prints from Lilly Pulitzer from previous years, because they typically have the same type of color scheme per season. So I was very intrigued with this. I wanted to see what kind of looks I would come up with this. And I was a little bit concerned because I'm very fair, and this is a very dark palette. And sometimes something that is really dark on someone really fair can make you look like you had a fight with your makeup. So I wanted to see how it would work, and I was very happy with it. I was able to come up with a lot of beautiful looks with this palette, and I have tried it now probably 4 or 5 times. I might try to put in some of those other videos that I took previously to see if I can splice them in if they make any sense. But I do want to show today's look with this palette. So if you're interested in seeing how to use like an indie brand makeup like this, and to soften it up and make it look just amazing with some bright prints, keep watching. Okay, I'm going to start off with my primers, which I use this Merit serum first for my skin. Then I'm going to use this Blurring Underglow, just a little bit. Now I'm going to use my Ambient Hourglass. That's what it's called. Yes. It's funny, sometimes when I watch these videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, is she ever going to smear that stuff in on the right side of her face? Does she not see it? It bothers me. Almost want to leave like a little section. It's not, I'm not using my sponge, okay? I should be using a sponge, but I'm just using my hands just to kind of do this. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to use a little bit of this under eye cream here. Normally they say to use your 4th finger here. So you're not really pulling on the skin. Putting a little bit on my eyelids. If you have oily eyelids, then you probably would not want to do that. I'm going to use a little bit of this Tatcha Peony under the eye. So get a little bit more moisture here. Now, sometimes this can make it a little more difficult to smear in the under eye cream. So I only put a tiny bit of under eye cream, under eye concealer, I should say. And I really like this one by Charlotte Tilbury. It's very nice. I have a lot of different types of concealers. Well, let's say this is one of my favorites. It is in the color pale, because I am pale. And I'm using my, let's see this, my 2 ring fingers. And I don't know, sometimes I'm thinking maybe this might even be a little too light for me. But using just very little will last longer. And I'm warming it up in my skin with the peony underneath and the Sephora Under Eye Cream. It's really glowy. Okay, now I'm gonna set with this Charlotte Tilbury. I saw somebody using this, a YouTuber, and I was like, wow, that looked like magic. It really looked like magic. And I don't know if she noticed it because she was like, oh, it's okay. I was like, oh my gosh, your under eyes just disappeared. I need that. Anyways, I like this one a lot. Okay, I'm gonna use this Saie or Saie in light bronze before I put on my setting powder. I like it to be underneath. This, I really, really like this bronzer. I'm also gonna put a little bit up in here. You can really see that this works beautifully. You can do it a little bit under the chin. And if you have any jowls, which I'm not really seeing, you can just pull it up just a little bit here. Okay. I'm now going to use the Laura Mercier translucent blurring powder. It's a little bit of a newer version than the one that I normally use, which is not necessarily blurring. I just got it at the Sephora sale to see if there was really any difference. So you can see the bronzer is still there, very light, and it just looks very natural. I'm now going to prime my eyes with Makeup by Mario. I use the lighter shade and this light powder. I really like these kind of powders because it really helps you blend in if you're using darker colors. I'm going to start off with my eyeliners, which is, I'm just using a coffee. Now I'm going to use the Pat McGrath. Make sure I have all the right stuff here. I like to use the dark color first because then when I layer the other parts on, they're really going to stand out more. I'm going to just kind of blend it a little or smudge it with a smudge brush. This is the Pat McGrath. It is very smudgy. Which is perfect for what I want to do because I'm using it before I put on my powders, my eye powders. So I'll use those to set this. But I definitely want this to smudge, kind of giving that wing look. That's good. Now I'm going to use this liquid eyeliner, just flicking it up a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, now I'm going to use this beauty here. This is a Cosmic Wanderer by Terra. And I'm going to start off with this purple here. And I'm also going to blend it in. Put this here. I'm going to blend this one in with this. So I'm starting off. Yeah, this is not blended in at all, like very well, but it will be when we're all done. It's all going to be blended beautifully. So I'm starting off with this purple. Yeah, now I can really see it better because I'm looking down into it. I can really see where, you know, it's kind of messy, and that is okay because it will all blend. Like this brush is just so amazing. It's a Sigma E41, and it is my favorite brush of all time because it's got a dual blend fiber, which gives you like this beautiful airbrush look, and really helps with blending. It's unique because it's dual fiber, plus it is also like small. It's like a pencil brush. So you can see here the black really is blending, and you can see how the black really does smudge a lot. So I would say, like, if you used the Pat McGrath, that black pencil, and you used it just like to line your eyes, it's going to move. So I use it more for like my priming type of thing, and I only use a little bit because I am fair, so I don't want it to be too overwhelmingly dark. Okay, so now we can see this is looking really good. Now what we're going to do is use that lighter color, the lighter purple, the shimmery color. I'm going to go on top. I'm going to start off here, see how it looks. So pretty. Woo! That really is poppin', okay? It's very poppin'. I need to try more of the green colors because I keep going towards the purple. Love the purple colors, like love, love, love with a passion. These colors. And I have a lot of different palettes, but I just keep going towards this. I think because it matches so well with the Lilly Pulitzer winter fall collection. Okay. Now, one thing, this is very dark, and we're going to want to lighten it up a little bit, just a little bit, so that when we go out, it's not so insane. So there's a couple ways to do that. Okay, I'm going to try it first with using this white powder here. Kind of really getting it in there. We're going to kind of just smooth it out, especially around the edges, to blend it. And this is a trick that one of my friends taught me, and I couldn't understand how people could use these really dark shadows and get it to blend in the palettes that have no light colors. And my friend's like, oh, you need a powder, like a setting powder, and you just kind of blend it in, and it's going to make all the difference. Okay, well, let's try that. And it has been my best friend since. Like, this has been an awesome trick because it really softens up the lines, and you don't need to have a light color in your palette. You just use your setting powder. whatever setting powder you have. Like for me, I use my eye setting powder that I have with this Makeup by Mario. Makes it easy. Look at that. Like, it just makes it look flawless. You can see that. Now, for the middle of the eye, I think what I want to do is this blue, because the blue is going to really stand out. But even more so, I'm wearing green. I'm wearing green, and I've got some pink in there. So, ooh, okay, I'll start off with the blue, and I'll put some green on top. That's what I'll do. It's like a blue-green color in here. I'm just doing it like in the center of the eye. I want it to pop. And this is the color story, so you can see that's the color story of my outfit too. Now this is more like a turquoise color, like a blue-green. My shirt is more green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this lighter green in the middle on top. Okay. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll put even the lightest color right in the center and under the right, like under the crease. Let's see that. It is definitely popping. Look at that. It's really pretty. You can see why this is one of my favorites. I was shocked because I wasn't going to get this. I was kept going back and forth. Do I want this? I don't know. This might be too bright. And so I kept thinking. Thought it was going to be actually too dark. And I was like, well, Terra Moons doesn't only do palettes, so it would be really nice to see what their vision is with their colors. Woo! This is so beautiful. Like, I have had a lot of really pretty shadows and stuff. I mean, I have all the Pat McGrath stuff. I have most of the Natasha Denona stuff. I have most of the most of Charlotte Tilbury. But this, it's extraordinary. Okay, now I'm going to try this Rare Beauty Kind Words. And this new Terra Moons lip gloss. I really like this one because it goes so well with the palette. Okay, I am now going to try a new product. I haven't tried this yet. This is the Patrick Ta cheap palette. And I think a lot of people were not that impressed with it just because it was you know, a little bit for lighter skin maybe. So I wanted to try it because this is perfect for my skin. Okay, I could tell you that right now. Perfect for my skin. So sometimes when a lot of people don't like something, I have to look and see, you know, maybe it's because they're a little bit darker or, you know, whatever. So This is actually really bright for me. It is very bright and it's super pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of do this to kind of blend it in. And I'm gonna go up in here a little bit. Now normally I would switch brushes here because this is a like contour brush. But this is perfect. Now I'm gonna try this lighter color. See how it would look as a highlighter. And I'm going to put this in. Ooh, I love this. No, I didn't get to try the original one. This is the new version of it because they had sold out so quickly with this Patrick Ta, the original cheek palette. So this is the new one, and I have to say I really like this color. Super pretty. I do want to see this again. Like this is. The highlighter is just definitely stands out. Now on me, I'm going to tell you, sometimes it's really hard to see highlighter because I'm so fair. So sometimes I'm going to put, I've tried so many different highlighters and I'm like, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it. And then I look at other people when they do it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so bright on everybody else. Why can't I see it? And I think it's just because I'm so light skinned. So anyways, this is the final look and I really like it. I have tried now this Cosmic Wanderer several times now. I have tried it with many different outfits and I have to say I've liked it with all of my Lilly Pulitzer winter clothes. And this was from, this print that I have now is not even from this season. It's from several seasons ago. And so you can see like her prints are normally the same, not the same, but they have the same type of colors for each season. So this palette goes with everything in the winter and fall collections. I haven't found anything yet that I haven't been able to pair it with. So I was really surprised by that because, like I said, when I first saw this, I thought it was going to be a little too dark for me. I was a little bit concerned about getting it. But I was like, well, this is the first palette I've seen them do, so I definitely want to try this. And I have to say, I love it. Very much love it. Probably my top palette, just because it goes with so many different prints and styles. So if you enjoyed this video, then subscribe. Thank you.